Roy Keane slams abysmal Spurs, while Graeme Souness blasts Harry Kane. Roy Keane and Graeme Souness slammed a desperate Tottenham side following a dismal 3-0 defeat against Manchester United on Saturday and questioned Harry Kane's contribution. Spurs arrived into the game looking to heap pressure on Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, whose side were still reeling from the 5-0 dismantling they suffered at the hands of Liverpool last week. However, it was Nuno Espirito Santo's men who found themselves on the receiving end of a comprehensive defeat, as goals from Cristiano Ronaldo, Edinson Cavani and Marcus Rashford provided the perfect tonic for United. Speaking after the game in the Sky Sports studio, Keane suggested his former club couldn't have asked for a better opponent to get over last week's implosion against Liverpool. "I think it was the perfect game for Man United, coming up against Spurs," the Irishman said. "Spurs don't score many goals. Once they got the first goal, it was a case of how many they were going to score. We always used to say it's Spurs. This Spurs team were desperate. Spurs kept 3 players back for a corner. They're 2-0 down at home. Abysmal." Spurs have scored just 9 goals in 10 Premier League games this season, the worst of any team in the top 10, and the 3rd worst return in the league behind only Norwich and Leeds, which are currently bottom and 3rd from bottom respectively. Son Heung-min squandered a good chance early on, and Christian Romero had a goal ruled for offside when the score was still level, but Tottenham failed to create any meaningful openings after that. Souness suggested Harry Kane and Lucas Moura, who was substituted before the hour mark, were largely responsible for Spurs' lack of cutting edge. "Kane and Moura look a shadow of the players they have been in the recent past," he said. "They've had 58% of the ball and have done nothing with it." Spurs, who slipped to 8th following the defeat and were leapfrogged by Arsenal, failed to register a shot on target despite seeing far more of the ball. The limp display was met by a chorus of boos from the home fans, with chants of "you don't know what you're doing" aimed at Nuno after he replaced Moura with Steven Bergwijn. Souness said the frustration was understandable. "Not a shot on target," he continued. The fans will go home a frustrating group wondering where this team will go this year. It seems pretty obvious. Mid-table at best." Keane echoed his colleagues' thoughts and criticized Spurs for lacking urgency after going 2-0 midway through the second half. "Spurs are boring," he said. "They're boring to watch.